real answers to your real estate questions. I'm Donnie Bennett from the Donnie Bennett team here at Blackstone Ocean Properties. And last week, everybody was buzzing about the $17,500 grant from Rhode Island Housing. Free money for closing cost credits, for down payment assistance, for first-time home buyers in the state of Rhode Island only. It's a Rhode Island Housing product. In fact, if you want to know about it, everything you need to know about it is in a video I made, and a link to the video is in the description. You click on that, and you'll get all the details. But I'm not really here to talk about that specifically. I'm here to ask the question. $17,500 in free money in this market, is it really a good thing? Let's find out. Drop the music. I'm going to test your age right now and your music knowledge. At the tail end of that intro, there's a little bit of singing. And if you know who the artist was or who the song was, you're officially old. If you think you know, drop that in the comments. So this is not going to come as a huge surprise to anyone who isn't in the industry, but free money for buyers might not be super helpful in today's real estate market. So before I get started, I'm going to ask you to smash that like, share, or subscribe button. It really would be helpful to me and the team. And with that out of the way, it's always nice to help people who need it, right? And who couldn't use an extra $17,500 for closing costs, for down payment assistance? I mean, people are going through the most important, most expensive transaction of their lives. Comes in handy, that's for sure. But before you jump up and down like you just hit the lottery, take a step back, slow your roll, and examine the impact of this move by Rhode Island Housing to help homeowners. To explain it properly, let me just back up for a second. 2.5 years before COVID is when the bidding war started. So we had 2.5 years of bidding wars, and then the pandemic, where we had very little inventory, and we had blockbuster events, lines around the corner to see open houses. And so that's because we had a great many buyers and too few listings. Matter of fact, we dropped down to about 300 houses on the market at any given time throughout COVID. It was the 2021 season of selling where we started to see that number rise up to 500, then 800, and finally 2022 we got to 1,200 plus houses on the market. And the expectation was that 2022 was going to end up with the inventory rising closer to 2,000. Now, side note, we need 4,000 single-family homes to be on the market at any given time in order for this to be considered an equal buyer-seller market, where it's not a seller market exclusively as it has been for over 5.5 years. We were getting to a quarter of the way, and we got over a quarter of the way, and now we've dropped back down. As of Christmas time, now into the new year 2023, we have less than 800 homes on the market. So once again, competition is going to be fierce. Now, interest rates have scaled back just slightly as well, so plenty of buyers out there once again. And now with this $17,500 grant, it's ignited a spark in a lot of people who had laid low for a bit on the buying, and they're coming out of the woodwork. Loan officers are telling me that their phones are ringing off the hook. I'm getting plenty of calls from buyers I haven't talked to in years, and that's going to flood the market with buyers. So it'll be helpful to sellers, but for our buyers, the struggle is going to be real. Now, I don't expect to see prices to come down. I don't expect to see a slide. Because of the lack of inventory, because of the increase in buyers created by this specific program, I think it's going to be bidding war city again throughout the new year, throughout 2023. We'll see what the spring brings, hopefully more inventory, but that is the trouble that we're in right now. So is it a good thing? Yes, it's a nice thing, but is it going to be helpful? Not when you've got 10 times more competition out there. We have way more buyers than we have sellers. And until that gets corrected, prices are still going to be high. Buyers are still going to be frustrated and putting offer in after offer after offer, and they're going to be losing. It's going to be frustrating. Now, as I take a quick look at my data, it is January 31st, 2023, and as of this hour, we have 770 single-family homes on the market. That is low. We do not have the inventory to serve the number of buyers that are out there. So prices are not going to slip and slide unless the house is just a dump. And let's be honest, there's a lot of those out there. Unfortunately, those houses that are in need of repair are being scooped up by investors left and right because they can't be purchased with an FHA loan unless it's an FHA 203K, which gets a little bit more complicated. We'll talk about that another time. Here's my last question of the day. What do you think about this free money? Is it something that you would encourage someone to take advantage of, or that you yourself might want to take advantage of? Or do you think it's something that should be avoided at all costs? I'd be curious to know. You can drop your feedback in the comments, and you can follow the channel. And don't forget, no question is ever too small. So if you have property in Rhode Island or Massachusetts and it's not yet on the market, and you'd like to know the real value, the true value of your property, or if you're in the market to buy real estate, reach me and my team 7 days a week during business hours for real answers to your real estate questions. I'm Donnie Bennett from Blackstone Ocean Properties. Reach me anytime for real estate in the Ocean State.